Hello everyone! In this video, I'll be showing you how to use Beeceptor's API to manage mock rules programmatically. This can be particularly useful when you want to integrate Beeceptor deeply into your tech stack, or during integration tests to validate requests and responses or create different scenarios. To get started, let's assume I have an API mock server named Showtime. I'm going to navigate to the API Keys section and create a new API key, which I'll call Demo API Key. Next, select the Showtime endpoint in the drop-down. By clicking Create, it generates a new API key for this endpoint. You can reveal and copy it. Now, head over to the API documentation for a sample request to retrieve all the mock rules for the Showtime endpoint. The API requires an authorization header with an API key. The documentation for retrieving all rules is available here. I'll copy the request path from here. I am using a client called Bruno. Bruno is an offline-first and file-based REST API client. Let's create a new request and name it getAllRules, using the get method and the copied API path. Replace the endpoint name with Showtime and click Create. The REST request is now created. Enter the authorization header, and in the value part, the API key. Trigger this request. You can see it has returned all the mock rules from this endpoint in the response. There are 10 such rules with all the mock definitions. Now, I'll move on to another use case on the same endpoint URL, however, using the post method. I'll put our API key in the headers and make a request with the body having a parameter as my API path. Trigger this request, and in the response, you'll see it has successfully created a rule and returned a 200 OK response code. Switching back to my Beeceptor dashboard, I can see that the mock rules are updated instantly. The new rule is the 11th one over here. So that's how you can use Beeceptor's API to manage mock rules and integrate Beeceptor deeply into your tech stack. Thank you.